Hello. I realized recently that people find this podcast, pick the most recent episode, and sort of drop into the midst of a 9-year conversation. So even though I am currently on extended hiatus, I should probably do some sort of an introduction for new listeners. It's like I say in the intro, this podcast is about the people of Wellesley, Massachusetts, where I live, and the ghosts and monsters who haunt them. Long story short, I interview my haunted neighbors. Over the years, we've met people tormented by ghosts and demons, strange woodland creatures, mimics, evil shadow figures, poltergeists, aliens, Bigfoot, and there was even one lizard monster. I began this podcast when I was working as a part-time librarian, but now I write full-time. Over the years, I developed the ability to interact with ghosts and, unfortunately, other creepy beings. It's been said that if you stare into the darkness long enough, sometimes it stares back, and I can confirm the sentiment. Despite living in this absurdly wealthy town teeming with paranormal creeps, I like it here. It's charming in that subtle waft of mildew, sloped ceilings, 5 layers of paint on the baseboards, New England sort of way, and I assure you, the scares you'll find in our little corner of the internet are cozy ones. We like a safe scare here. We don't like gore, and for the most part anyway, my neighbors all make it home safely to their multi-million-dollar mansions to carry on with their quietly dysfunctional family lives. My family and I moved to the burbs from Boston about 10 years ago, and the first day we arrived here in Wellesley, Swellesley, or the Swells for those in the know, I literally saw a mother skipping down the street hand in hand with her son. Things look shiny and bright here in Wellesley, but trust me, you barely have to scratch the surface to find the ghosts in the burbs. That's the podcast in a nutshell. Oh, and just a heads up, I leave a trail of loose ends in my wake. Cliffhangers and dropped characters and plot holes abound here. Just think of me as your old friend sharing gossip about people you don't know, which you have to agree is the best kind of gossip. You'll get the gist of things. Though you might be left wondering what happened to so-and-so or why I never brought up that ridiculously fraught situation again. Over the years, I've referred to myself as an unreliable narrator, but the reality is I started this project to teach myself to write, and my storytelling abilities often fall short, so I end up hoping to skate by it on vibes. All of that said, whether this is your first time joining us or your 81st, I'm happy you're here. Starting from the beginning is the coziest plan, though the early episodes sound like I'm recording from inside a tin can. But if you prefer to jump around, that works too. Just know you'll hear my dogs in the background, just like you probably hear Ivy snoring right now. And sometimes other voices appear, which can be a little unnerving, but really, it's cozy here in the Swells. Happy listening.